Hope you're all fierce. Welcome to The Performer's Path, the podcast where we delve into the highs and lows of the performance industry and beyond. If it's using your creative juices for onstage, in auditions, or those in-between jobs, we discuss it all with real people in the industry who've been there and got the t-shirt as a gift. By discussing audition, rejections and success, we're taking away the fear of the unknown whilst also giving vital tips for success. So let's tread the boards together in this week's episode. In our final episode with Chadd, he talks about finding the character for auditions to combat the fear, being Beyonce or Sasha Fierce.
I feel like I'm telling lots of stories today. When I did a chorus line years ago, we had Bayork Lee, the original Connie Wong, come to mount the show, and I was swing on the show. We had 10 swings, 5 boys, 5 girls. And she called us into the room and said, I just want you to know you didn't get the role because you weren't good enough. You didn't get the role because you didn't look like the character that we have. But you are so talented that you can cover 3, 4, or 5. Yeah, exactly. And she was a real advocate for the swings of going, you don't look Puerto Rican, but you could. These days, I don't know whether we're allowed to do that, but there you go.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that now. No? I mean,
Do I not look Puerto Rican?
No, me neither, right? But I was a shark and a jet in West Side, so...
Yeah, my wife did West Side twice, and she was a shark the first time, and then 10 years later, she was a jet. Same production.
Yeah, wow.
So these days, we can't do that.
No.
I thought it was called acting.
Playing a character.
Next time they do Chicago, they're going to have real murderers do it.
Murderers that dance.
Yeah,
I mean, literally, I'd kill for that part, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how I understand inclusivity and getting people that are the right look for the show. Absolutely. But it is getting a little bit, are we not playing a role? Is it called acting? Do you have to play yourself on stage?
No, you don't.
I don't think so. But hey, I'll get myself in trouble if I
can. Yeah, so stop there. Absolutely.
I'm stopping now.
So the lines are blurring now, aren't they, between singer, dancer, dancer, singer?
Yeah.
A lot of my students, and I teach on the BA as well as the diploma courses, are either scared to death of singing or scared to death of dancing or scared to death of acting. What advice would you give them in that case?
You need to be Beyonce. When Beyonce's on stage, she is a character called Sasha Fierce. So sometimes you need to find a different part of your persona to get you through it. I had one girl who, beautiful dancer, great vocal, and she was getting to the end and not booking the job. And I said to her, so this is 18 months after representing her. I'm like, something's not clicking here. I said, so what do you do when you go to an audition? Oh, I go in, I put my bag in the corner, I warm up. I said, okay, so tomorrow when you're in for Saturday Night Fever, when you walk in the room, walk across the room, past the table, say good morning to the table as you go past, and put your shoes on the other side.
Yeah.
I said, you need to find a new you. Her name was Georgia. And I told her, so tomorrow you're going to be Gigi. Go in with a bit of attitude and be ballsier and a bit more gutsy than your timid personality.
Yeah.
She booked the job.
Wow.
Not saying that that's the way to do it every time, but sometimes you do have to make that impact in an audition room.
And when you're stuck in a rut like that, you do need to change things up.
Yeah.
You need to, like we were talking about before, that self-evaluation is so vital, isn't it? Where you go, okay, I'm really not booking this, I'm not booking that, I'm not booking the other. What am I doing where other people are getting through?
Maybe it's time to go back to Tesco.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is. But, like some people we know it's a tough industry. It's not your regular 9-to-5 job. How many times does your neighbor go for a job interview in a year? Probably not.
Yeah.
Whereas you, as a performer, hopefully at least go once a month, if not more. The statistics as an agent, that a client will get called in for 1 out of 8 jobs that I submit them for.
Really?
And they will book 1 job out of 8 that they go in for. 1 in 64.
Still?
Yeah.
If you want it that badly.
Yeah. You've got to want it and you've got to be dedicated to it. When you ask about singer-dancers, the cruise lines have their dancers and their singers.
Yeah.
And Carnival have singer-dancer tracks and dancer-singer tracks. So you have
Yeah.
to do both, but you do have a strength there. And then Royal Caribbean have everybody has to be a musical theatre dancer that sings, singer that dances, depending on what role. The guys on We Will Rock You are more dancers that sing. A lot of the ones on Wizard of Oz are singers that dance.
In Joseph, it was the boys were singers that
The
danced and the
singers,
girls were dancers that sang.
yeah, absolutely. Even Starlight's a bit like that. If you're not Dinah Pearl, Rusty leads, the rest of them are dancers that sing because they need the athleticism to hike their butts around those big arenas on their
Yeah.
skates. I talk a lot, sorry.
No, Chadd,
Talk a lot of
honestly, it's
rubbish.
brilliant. No, you don't. Don't put yourself down. That's what I'm here for.
Yes, don't yeah, yes, don't put yourself down anybody. Boost yourself up.
Exactly.
I wish I was as pushy for myself when I was performing as I am for people now.
So, right, looking back now, you
Yeah.
go, okay, what would I say to myself, my younger self?
Warm up, cool down.
Really? I'm not paying him to say this, guys, just so you know.
I never warmed up properly on Cats, and I pay for it.
Really? In what
My
way?
warm up, and please don't do it anybody else. Cigarette and coffee, kick right, kick left, grand plie, away I went.
Yeah.
Not quite that, but it wasn't much more than that some nights. Oh, yeah, I can do it. Yeah. Second show was like, yeah, just get out there and do it. But now my left hip is screwed, my right foot is screwed.
Wow.
I
And was
mean,
that from an injury or was it from, no,
wear and tear,
wear
old
and tear?
age. I'm getting old, love.
No, you're not. You're still a baby in Hamburg, darling.
Yeah.
So, what equipment would you advise for one of the budding students and budding artists here to have? What would you say that they need in that backpack or on those rungs of ladders to be on your agency books?
For me, I need technique. But having been a ballet boy, that's what I look for.
Yeah.
It's stupid things. Well, not stupid, but like bringing your feet together. Don't dance like you've shat your pants, But you know what? Like people dance
I
with their
know
feet
exactly
apart.
what you mean.
You know what? You know exactly what I mean. It's a real fashion at the moment to bounce your arm lines. You hit the end of the arm line, but it kind of bounces back with a
Yeah.
limpy
Like,
wrist on the end of it like that.
like an emu type
Yeah.
impression thing going.
Yeah. What show are you ever going to do that in? I need to see people's line. One of my boys sent me a show reel yesterday. I was like, I'm not going to use that because it shows you as weak. And
What do
some
you think people need to show in a show reel?
kick right, kick left, double pirouette on both sides, jeté, pretty much it. This is my pet hate, and I'll get myself in trouble again. But if you are a male presenting performer, don't put the first bit of your show reel in a pair of heels.
Yeah.
Put it in there, by all means, put it in there, but you put yourself in a box from day
What
one.
should you put first in that show reel?
If you do a walkover, do a walkover. If you've got a whack kick, do a whack kick. If you've got a box split, have that box split. Make us go, okay, we want to watch this. But
Yeah.
if you're standing there mincing and doing, all this for 16 counts, we're bored.
Yes.
I'm a small agency and I probably get 40 to 50 people write to me a week. I can only imagine what the big guys get.
Wow.
And I watch everybody's reel. And if it's boring in 10 seconds, that's it. I'll
You're
skip
gone.
to the end and see if there's anything else in there. You've got to make an impact. It's first impressions.
And what about vocal reel wise?
I prefer someone recording it in their living room against a blank wall with natural light
Wow.
because I get their real voice.
Yeah.
It's very much a habit, fashion of going to a recording studio, having the eggshell baffle across the back and your headphones and your big mic and hot plant here or whatever, and they do a recording, but you can't necessarily tell how much their voice has been played with.
Yes. Like tuning even.
Yeah. The world that we live in now is very much a lot of self-tapes, more than they used to be. Thank God we never had to do it.
I think I'd have enjoyed that, Chadd.
I would have hated it. The problem is you film it twice and you go, oh, actually, maybe I could do it better. And then you do it 9 times. And by the ninth time, you're scratchy. And,
Yeah.
what I do advise my clients is if you wake up and you feel good today, sing a song, record it, have it in your backpack, have it in your files on your computer. Something like Wicked these days for town has a dance round and then they recall you to dance again at the end of the week. But before you're in for the second dance round, they ask you to send a self-tape vocal.
Wow.
Now, if you go in on the Monday and you lose your voice on the Tuesday, you can't record a song. But if I've got one that I recorded last week,
Brilliant advice.
It's about being prepared, making sure, especially for graduates, that you have one or two songs suitable for every show that you want to be in.
Mm.
You need to have a pop rock. You need to have a 90s pop. You need to have a traditional musical theatre. You need to have a contemporary musical theatre. If you want to be in We Will Rock You, you've got to have something for that. If you want to be in Mamma Mia, if you want to be in Oklahoma, you need to have it prepared. Nothing
So you
worse than,
would advise that they would self-tape those as well?
yeah,
Those
absolutely. Why not?
songs.
I mean, why not? Why not?
Brilliant
It's
advice.
it's getting used to singing it out loud. You look at your sheet music, you know that you know what the tune is. But until you actually park and bark and yell out, when you're going through it here, oh, that's a top note. Then when you hit it, you go, oh shit, that's too high. It's the wrong key.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all that kind of stuff. And while you're at college, when there is, I'm assuming, a library of sheet music, get
Yes.
your copies of it.
And
Get
also a backing track.
recordings.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is great these days. There are lots of backing track of stuff.
Yeah.
I use a site called Music Notes, which is
Yes.
great as well for the sheet music. I found another website called LALAL.ai. This is artificial
Oh.
intelligence, right? Which will rip the vocals off tracks.
Shut the
It
front.
costs you money. I think I paid £25 and I can do 100 minutes of ripping vocals off.
Are you
So
for
you then
real?
so you then get backing track because like teachers dance and musical theatre and all that kind of stuff. So I do that for
Yeah.
her. And it's
Yeah.
really good. It's really good. So worth having a look at if you.
Definitely.
Yeah. What else was I going to say? Yeah, and make sure that if you're having singing lessons at college, you've got 6 more months of college, get everything recorded because in 6 months' time you're going to have to pay for singing lessons.
So our guys have a technical vocal class a week and one with an MD as well.
Right.
Plus, of course, they have their acting through song classes. What advice would you give to make sure that they get the most out of those classes?
While you're at college, you're never going to be Mrs. Lovett. You're not a 55-year-old woman, right? So don't want to come in and sing Billie Eilish or Alanis Morissette that talks about suicide and says fuck in every second sentence.
Yes.
The sort of jobs coming out of college that you're potentially right for is Mamma Mia, Hairspray, We Will Rock You. Fun, young, bright, bubbly personality. There's
Wow.
nothing wrong with a girl coming out singing, let's hear it for the boy. Full of personality, It's a pop song, but it's a musical theatre song as
Yeah.
well. I believe that when you first walk into an audition room to sing, they want to hear that you can sing in tune.
Yeah.
Full stop. If they like your voice, then they'll say, here's a song, go and sing this for us. And that's where you get a chance to act through song a bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, the first round really is, can you sing in tune?
Can you sing in tune and can you perform it at the same
Yeah.
time? I mean, do it with confidence.
They want to see your personality,
Mm.
And half of it, you're still learning when you're out on the job, especially when you first come out of college. I mean, like Dan Wilshire's doing brilliantly coming from you guys. He's about to go and do Shakespeare.
No way.
He's going to Dubai to do Shakespeare for Kids, A Midsummer Night's Dream that they've adapted for high schools with music. So he'll be singing and dancing in that.
See, it's so multifaceted, isn't it?
Yep. And
There
then he
were
comes.
never those opportunities when we were around.
No. And now he comes back on the Monday and he starts the following Monday playing the title role of Robin Hood in Cheltenham.
Go on, Dan.
Go, Dan. From that skinny little boy that was at the Hammond, he's now like that. Like he's broad, man. He's a good looking, fit man.
Yeah.
He's grown into himself and really talented too. So
good egg. Totally good egg.
I like people from the Hammond.
I know you do, darling. Oh, Chadd, it's been so wonderful to talk to you.
All right,
Is there
Dom.
anything else that you would give as like really good advice to our people?
Just be prepared. I know that sounds really stupid.
No, it
but
doesn't.
Just be nice to everybody. It costs nothing to be nice. And in some ways, it makes you feel good. That's good for you. You will get knockbacks.
And how best to deal with those?
It's part of it. The best way to deal with it is you've got to take a deep breath and move on. That being said, now being an agent,
yeah,
and I get emails from clients after auditions going, oh, I got through the first round, then I got cut, but I was really happy with what I did. Well, would you be happier if you actually got the job? I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed the experience, but honey, you need to make a living and
Girl gotta eat.
From an agent's perspective, so when you are meeting with agents, we work for nothing until you get a job, full stop. So anyone that says their agent isn't working for them doesn't understand. We want you all out there working. Alice and I both had great careers. We enjoyed seeing the world, doing what we loved. And the reason why I became an agent is because I want other people to enjoy the industry as much as I did.
And that's why I became a teacher.
Yeah, exactly. You want to pass it on.
All right, that's it for another episode. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And wherever you are on your performer's path, stay safe and sane, and let your creative light shine bright on whatever you do.